What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we are going to jump back over to Marvel Comics and continue our coverage over Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers, and we are going to continue our coverage with the Infinity Event, which of course was written by Jonathan Hickman's while he was doing his Avengers and New Avengers run. Now with the Infinity Event, we actually pick up with the Avengers and New Avengers tie-in. And the reason why, because these tie-ins are actually very important. Jonathan Hickman gave us these tie-ins as a way to give his main series some breathing room so that there wouldn't be so much content just stuffed in the main series. And so some of the content is being given to us in these tie-ins to give us a complete story with a lot of breathing room. And so with that being said, we're going to pick up with New Avengers number 8 and 9 and Avengers number 18. These three tie-ins are very important for us before we dive into Infinity number 2. So I do hope you enjoy today's comic book video. And if you do, please hit that like button down below and subscribe. But here we go. So this tie-in begins with Iron Man and Reed Richards meeting with one another about how Tony Stark's trip in space has been, because he is finally back on Earth. Now, he doesn't tell Reed everything, but we do get an image about what happened out there in space. Tony and the Watcher have found the dead body of the living tribunal, which is huge because now the question is, what in the world has killed the living tribunal? Something really powerful must have the ability to kill it. But that is also the moment you have Tony Stark tell Reed how most of the Avengers have left Earth. Of course, in the main Infinity series, the Avengers are trying to take the fight to the Builders. The Builders were the first race in the universe, and they used to praise Captain Universe like a god. But over time, they decided to shape the universe in their own image. So the Builders are wreaking havoc across the universe by killing planets they don't see fit in their image. On the Attilan, we pick up with Black Bolt and his evil brother Maximus. We have been seeing in our last few videos that Black Bolt had asked Maximus to work on different kinds of projects, but one of the projects Black Bolt had Maximus work on is a device to take Black Bolt to another dimension where he can speak without worrying about his voice destroying anything in his pathway. Another reason why he can have meetings here with people. But before Maximus is able to explain more, well, that is when someone is coming to see Black Bolt. That person means Maximus must leave, and that person is Medusa, the wife of Black Bolt. Because let's not forget that Black Bolt and Medusa haven't been talking for a long time now. It is her wanting to know what in the world is going on with her husband. What is he hiding from her? Now, she does try to communicate with Black Bolt with their minds, hoping that he will tell her everything. This is where they usually communicate, and usually they have a strong bond with one another. Except this is the moment we see Black Bolt take another step in breaking their bond, because that is the moment we see Black Bolt break the mental connection they have with one another, which is huge. Meaning that now Black Bolt and Medusa can no longer communicate with one another at all anymore mentally, which of course Medusa doesn't like at all. But that is when you have Medusa walk away angry. We then see Namor meeting up with the Black Swan, remembering that Black Swan was the person who came from a different world, a different Earth, and that is how the Avengers learn about the incursions, except they don't really trust her completely at all, so they keep her locked up, but Namor is here to make a deal. If she is interested, well, they could possibly work together down the road. But then we see a meeting between Namor and Black Panther. Now remember, in one of our last videos, we had learned that Atlantis and Wakanda had been at war with one another. Namor offered peace to Wakanda because he was so confident that he would be able to actually defeat Wakanda if the war continued on. Now Namor told Black Panther to talk to Shuri, the sister of Black Panther, because she was the one in charge of Wakanda at this point in Marvel Comics. Now Black Panther did, but Shuri still wanted war with Atlantis to get revenge with what happened back in Avengers vs. X-Men. Namor flooded Wakanda, but Black Panther did talk to Shuri, but she was not having it. She still felt like war was needed. And so Namor is here at this meeting thinking that Black Panther is going to say there is going to be peace, but to only tell Namor that Wakanda had attacked Atlantis. Namor should hurry to go see his people to make sure everyone is okay. But it could be a complete mess down there now. But this is where things begin to get worse, because back with Iron Man and Reed, who have arrived at Avengers Tower, well, that is the moment we see they have someone working on something for them. We don't know who, but that is the moment we see that Iron Man had built an alarm system that is tied into SWORD computer system. SWORD is like S.H.I.E.L.D., but protects the space area around Earth. But the alarm is going off because there is an invasion coming to Earth. This invasion is not the Builders, no, this is Thanos, because remember, Thanos is looking for someone or something, so he is coming to Earth. Of course, Thanos did not come alone. Instead, he came with the Black Order, a powerful group of warriors who work under Thanos. So for example, Ebony Maw is arriving at the home of Doctor Strange and could lead into a battle between these two characters down the road. The Black Dwarf is arriving in Wakanda, which means Black Panther and his sister must work together to protect their home from this member of the Black Order, and he is going to be a real challenge for the heroes. The X-Men team that is being led by Wolverine at the time will be fighting against Corvus Glaive, and we saw how powerful he was back in Infinity #1, but of course he is going to show the X-Men how powerful he is. And finally, Proximus Midnight has arrived at Atlantis, and of course is planning on attacking them. Except let's not forget, Wakanda already had Atlantis attacked not too long ago. So now with Proximus Midnight being here, it could lead to more death for Atlantis down the road. Now to get into New Avengers number 18, we pick up on the planet Nomad. This world doesn't belong to any particular race nor empire at all. This is neutral ground, and the different empires in the universe come here to talk about different problems, except we know why they are coming here today, because the Builders are attacking the universe, the Builders being the first race in the universe. They used to praise Captain Universe as a god, but they move on to shaping the universe in their own image, so they are going around deciding which planet should be helped or destroyed. Builders had attacked one of the Kree outposts. While everyone is coming together, well, that is the moment you have the Skrulls arrive, and with them being here is very important. 2 days ago, one of the warlords of the Skrull race got word that one of their own outposts had been destroyed too. Now at this point in Marvel Comics, the Skrull Empire was fractured into multiple groups, but with that outpost being destroyed, that had belonged to a particular warlord, he knows that he needs to work with the rest of the warlords to actually have a chance to defeat what is coming. And so you have all of the warlords coming together to talk to one another to think of a plan on how to stop their new enemy. And you have one of the warlords say he will take his group to slow down the Builders, while the rest go and meet up with the other empires to talk about their new problem problem in the universe. The next day, we see that the warlord who is trying to slow down the builders, his group is actually fighting against the builders, maybe a small group of the builders. Now, this group of the builders are wrecking this Skrull warlord, and it seems like there is nothing no one on the Skrull side can do. So with this group of the warlords losing this battle, well, we see the warlord use his secret weapon, which is a bomb that is strong enough to blow up an entire planet. Now, all of this was being watched on a computer screen, and this is a video that was sent to the rest of the warlords of the Skrull race so that they can show the other empires what is coming down the road. The builders are a force that cannot be so easily stopped, and now the different empires must come together to stop the builders. And you have everyone here as a way to show how powerful the builders are and how everyone should be worried about them. Something to point out is that the heroes of Earth are also here as well, since we know the builders are heading towards the Earth. It is literally all hands on deck. Forget about your past problems with one another and work with each other to save the universe. This is showing how powerful the builders are compared to everyone else in the universe. If you have all of these different universe empires working together to stop just one group, that is showing that the builders are something to be feared of. Now you have the Skrulls show the footage of what happened to the warlord who tried to take on a small group of the builders by himself. He lost, but he was able to use a planet bomb as a way to take out that group. But you have everyone realize that the leader was only able to kill that group of the builders because it was a surprise attack. What will happen with the builders when the builders are not surprised? It could be a complete loss of life for all of the different empires. But of course, that is the moment you have everyone realize how they can actually win this battle. The empires have something big up their sleeve that could actually help them win. So we jump 3 days later and we see that all of the empires is getting ready for an even bigger surprise attack, except this one is more planned out than the last one. Instead of just going after one group of the builders, why not try to attack their main fleet and just win the battle? And so that is what we have right here. Everyone is just waiting for the right moment to attack. And that is when we see the armies of the different empires attack all at once and trying to get rid of the main fleet of the builders. Now, we should know that this is not going to be an easy win for the side of the good against the builders. The reason why is because we are so early in the event of Infinity, and meaning that when you have the empires and the heroes of the earth thinking that they have won, well, that is the moment they come to find out they are celebrating way too soon, because that wasn't the main ship of the builders. Instead, it was just a ruse to trick the empires to come out of their hiding spots so that the builders can see them and begin the process of attacking the empires. When the builders show their main ship and begin the process of just wreaking havoc on the armies of the different empires and heroes, that is when they realize how strong the builders are truly, and they know they need to run away. They need to escape right at this moment if they want to survive. So you have all of the empires trying to retreat, but also the heroes are going to use Manifold as a way to teleport most of the Earth heroes out of there, except some of the Earth heroes were unable to escape because they were badly beaten by the main ship of the builders. This is just an example how powerful the builders truly are. Now, getting back over to New Avengers with New Avengers number 9, we actually pick up with Thanos a few moments before his invasion on Earth. Of course, we know by this point that he has formed the Black Order and they are going to attack the Earth. But while on the way there, you have them looking through the mind of the Outrider. Of course, the Outrider was the creature that was used to gather information for Thanos, because Thanos is seeking for something. The Outrider came back with information and they are going through it to learn more. Of course, something it did learn was what had happened to the Infinity Stones. Because if you remember back in our first Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers video, the Illuminati used the stones to stop the first incursion, except all of the stones broke except for one, the Time Stone. And so of course this intrigues Thanos even more, because now he is thinking about getting the Time Stone. Now this is not what Thanos is looking for, but he is adding this on the list of things he wants. There is still something else he wants from Earth, but he will look for that particular thing. The Black Order will be looking for the Time Stone for Thanos. So that explains why we saw the Black Order attacking different areas of Earth, because they are looking for the Time Stone. Except they are attacking the Illuminati because in the mind of the Outrider, the Illuminati might know where the stone is truly at. So back on Earth, we actually see Thanos' invasion has begun, and he is attacking the Earth. We pick up with Reed Richards and Tony Stark, who are watching what is happening in the sky. Now, there isn't a particular Black Order member here at the moment attacking the Avengers Tower. It is actually just a bunch of ships attacking the city. But this is us learning that Tony had weaponized the Avengers Tower to be used as a way to protect the city from anything. So of course, it fits the bill right now with the Earth being attacked by Thanos. So you have them trying to fight back, but this is really Tony also trying to buy time for the other members that are left on Earth to protect it. Because remember, most of the Avengers are gone at this point, trying to fight against the Builders out in space with some other galactic empires. So the Earth is really easy picking for Thanos in the Black Order, except the Illuminati have no idea who is doing the invasion. All they know is that they are being attacked by someone and they need to save the Earth. But skip over to Wakanda, we see the Black Panther and his sister working together to actually stop the invasion force in their area. Now this group is being led by the Black Dwarf, and so Black Panther must take on a member of the Black Order by himself. Well, he has his sister and the Wakanda force to help him, but again, if this character, the Black Dwarf, was chosen by Thanos, then that must mean he is a very powerful character. So this could be an actual challenge for the Black Panther, since in reality, he is just a great fighter and some weapons to use. He has no powers that can really help him win this battle. But of course, he has the courage to take this battle head on to save his nation. Now we jump to Atlantis, of course the home to Namor and also another member of the Illuminati. Now let's not forget that right now Namor is mourning, because by this point in Marvel Comics, Atlantis and Wakanda were at war. Namor asked for peace, but more in a way of saying that he believed his nation could conquer Wakanda. Of course, Wakanda did not take the peace treaty and attacked Atlantis while Namor was away, and of course left it wrecked. Except Atlantis is being visited by another member of the Black Order, Proximus Midnight. Now remember, the Black Order is only attacking areas that the Illuminati is at, looking for the Time Stone. Except when she arrives, Namor is mourning and he's a broken man. So she actually shows him mercy, but then asks if he can tell her where she can find the Time Stone, which this is going to lead into more problems for the Avengers and the Illuminati down the road really. But we pick up at the home of Doctor Strange, and let's remember, the last time we saw him, Ebony Maw was on his way to see Doctor Strange, and now we know why, because he is looking for the Time Stone. Except when we pick up with Doctor Strange, well, we see him right now under the control of Ebony Maw. who is trying to read his mind to hopefully learn more information about where the stone could possibly be at. Except Strange really has no idea where in the world the stone could be at. But we see that Strange can't do anything at all to the Ebony Maw. He is completely stuck in the grasp of Ebony Maw. And it seems like once the Maw is able to get what he wants, or if he doesn't, well, the Ebony Maw is going to most likely kill Doctor Strange right after. Now the X-Men, they must deal with the rest of the Black Order, Corvus Glaive and Supergiant. Supergiant has the ability to take control of the mind of people, and the one person she takes over is Iceman, because Iceman is an Omega level mutant. He is powerful, and there is no idea where the power cap is to his powers. Either way, once she does that, she forces him to use his powers to freeze a lot of the X-Men around him, to get rid of some of the powerhouses on the team. Wolverine gets taken out by Corvus Glaive, but this is again showing how powerful the Black Order truly is, because there is nothing the X-Men can do, and the X-Men are home to some of the most powerful characters in Marvel Comics. So it is hard to say the X-Men are getting their butt handed to them, but again, the Black Order was chosen by Thanos for a reason, because of how strong these guys are. The X-Men can only hope to find some kind of miracle that will help them save the day. Now there is some hope though, because we jump back to Black Panther, who was able to defeat the Black Dwarf, meaning that it is possible to defeat someone from the Black Order, but apparently it was close. Except this small celebration that Black Panther and Wakanda can have is about to be taken away in a matter of seconds, and the reason why is because what Namor is going to do will cause problems for everyone there. The reason why I say Namor is because when we jump back over to Atlantis, well, we see that he is going to accept the mercy of Proximus Midnight and do whatever she wants, which right now, the only thing she wants to know is where can she find the Time Stone at? Of course, this dude tells her that the Time Stone is actually in Wakanda, and of course, she's now going to go there and see. And when she does, man, it is going to be a crazy thing to see. But we finally pick up with the final member of the Illuminati. Of course, that would be Black Bolt, who hasn't seen not one member of the Black Order yet. So he is just chilling on the sideline really, except he is with his evil brother Maximus, who tells Black Panther it is time to tell everyone why in the world Thanos is truly here for. The Time Stone is just a bonus prize. There is something else Thanos wants. Apparently, Maximus knows that if this secret comes out, it is going to be another problem added on for the Illuminati and the Avengers down the road. But that special thing will have to be revealed in another video, because this is where we are going to end today's comic book video, leaving us wondering what in the world Thanos wants. But with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video, and if you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's comic book video.